shot is the best option. It's just one that you need to get onto the table and practice, because occasionally, depending on the position of the balls on the table, you may need to travel the cue ball around the angles in order to get position onto the 8 here. So I'm going to be trying to land into the middle of the table here. I'm just going to be using a bit of top left spin in this case here, and I'm going to be coming around this area here. Just going to be controlling the speed. So I'm aiming with left spin here, top left, 2 tips up, 1 tip to the left. And coming right into this area here for nice position onto the 8. Now what I like about this option too is that a lot of the times you have an object ball. Let's say for example you're playing the 9 ball here for example, and you have to get position on the 10 ball that is all the way down here. All right, and so let's set this up, guys. Here we are on an angle, let's say here, and you have to actually get position all the way onto the 10. It's going to be a little bit difficult for us to use option number 1 or shot number 1, where we pocket the 9 and go 1 and 2 rails and back down here. That's a bit risky. So the best option here is to actually play 3 reels, that is going 1, 2, 3 reels, and with the speed you can catch 4 reels and get down here for the 10. So let's see how this works out. This would be the best option to get onto your 10 ball. We need the proper speed, guys. And here you can see it's going around the angles and landing nicely onto the 10 for an easy shot into the corner here. All right, now this also works nicely whenever, say for example, you are perhaps around the 2nd diamond here. All right, and you need to actually go ahead now and try to get onto the 10. It's a bit riskier because you have to cut the shot a bit farther down the rail, so you tend to come in a bit sharper here and you might land a bit high onto the 10, but this also works nicely too. So let's see if we can go around the angles here. I'm just going to be using a bit more right spin here to lengthen the angle a little bit more. So here we go, guys. Nice subtle speed here. actually use a bit of left or right spin here, and sometimes that area that the ball just actually fell into there, you can actually have a ball that is around this area here, so maybe you're gonna have to go 1 2 3 reels and come. Now this shot is a little bit more difficult because you have to compensate for aiming. So sometimes a lot of players tend to avoid using spin, like myself. So I do not like to have to play this shot with spin. If I have to, I will, but if I don't have to, I tend to avoid it. So here, just a little bit of right spin, just a hair of right spin should get me into this reel and into the zone here. All right, so here we go, guys. Just a trace of right spin here. Very risky, needed a bit more spin, could have almost scratched, but you can see I catch the third rail here, which allowed me to control my speed and get good position onto my final ball here. So it's just a case where you just need to get on the table and practice a few of these shots. All right, so we're going to be looking at 2 more examples. I'm going to be uploading a part 2 to the last 5 shots. So we're going to looking at 2 more examples of common 9-ball shots that you have, 9, 10, and 8-ball shots that you have to learn how to play. Let's look at shot number 4. All right, guys. So this is another shot that comes up a lot, where you actually have a ball that is on the same side of the 4-ball or the object ball that you're on. And sometimes you're going to have to put a stroke onto this object ball here by pocketing the 4 and trying to go into this reel here and come back onto this side. There's 2 scenarios that could come up here. You could be playing, let's say for example, a game of 10 ball or even a game of 8 ball here, and you need to land perhaps onto the same side of the reel that you're on, so to pocket the 8 and pocket the 10. So this here, you could actually go perhaps 1 2 reels, but it's a bit risky because you're coming into a large area which you're going to be leaving yourself perhaps with a tougher shot onto the 8. So you want to try to come as close to this reel as possible here. So the best option for you here is to actually play the 4 with a bit of low draw that's coming here, and depending on how close you want to come to this reel, just a hair practicing to get the feel of that. I definitely can tell you that I needed a bit smoother stroke on that. And I needed a bit of table speed and table helps to get me down